now that we are talking, tell the audience a little bit about who you are and what you do, because I know who you are and what you do. And then we'll
Yeah.
go deep into where your story was and how you came here. Because the whole point of an entrepreneurial talk is where your journey is. And your
Right.
journey is like, the minute you told me your journey, I was like, oh my God, I love this girl. She's
Oh,
a
thank
hero.
you. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure meeting you as well. And just a quick summary, I guess I'll try to sum it up because I know it will go more in depth. But my name is Kate. I am the founder and CEO of Moshika Beauty. We are a vegan, clean, cruelty-free lash brand. I wouldn't want to say lash brand only because we have grown so much, but we are known for our innovative lash kit, which is available in medical spa mainly, and now we're also available in Salon Centric and Macy. We are known for our lash kit because we help not only beauty professional but beauty beginners who doesn't know how to apply lashes. For me, applying lashes makes such a huge difference in my makeup routine. I think if I can only do one thing, it would have been lash because I feel like everyone just stare in your eyes when you, especially when you talk to them. So that's like the main part of the makeup or like the queen of your face, the crown of your face. We are known for that and also help beauty professional and beauty beginner to apply lashes in the most effortless way and the cleanest and safest way possible.
Oh, that's awesome. And you are correct. I have tried your lashes and they are fantastic. I don't have them on today because I didn't have time. I'm not gonna lie to you. Someone like comes up, I'm like, my husband's like, you want to put those on? And I was like, I don't got time. I gotta go. We gotta before the kids come home.
Oh, yes, the mom love our lashes because I know like they don't have time and sometimes they used to do lash extension. So this is like an alternative for them if they need to take a break or need to do a quick glam up.
And to this day, Kate, my daughter still follows you, by the way.
Oh, yeah, she's the sweetest. I
Yeah.
love her.
She literally
Yeah.
go on my Instagram and specifically go and watch, like the she'll just watch you. And she's like, Mom, and she that's why one of the reasons why we're making sure she stays
Yeah.
downstairs is because I'm worried that we're
I
on
need to talk to
oh,
her after this.
I'm gonna come up after this talk.
Yes, please.
Because she is just it's crazy on how I get into your story a little bit now because
Yes.
it actually blends. It
Yes.
my daughter loves makeup. My daughter loves putting makeup on. She's actually fairly good at 8 years old. Like
Wow.
putting
That's
on makeup. She knows how to contour. And I'm like,
yeah.
Mommy, your blush is wrong. And I'm like, okay. Where she says, your eyebrows are not on the right arch. And I'm
Wow.
like, okay. And it's funny because a lot of times mothers would be
Mhm.
like, dude, you don't focus on this. Don't focus on that. Please be a doctor.
Right.
Please be a nurse. Be an engineer. Be a lawyer. Be whatever it is. And here
Yes,
I am really just saying, like, it's a beauty. For me, beauty is a form of art. And
I agree.
beauty is a form of art, and you're very successful. I know a lot of people in the beauty industry who are very successful, and I'm encouraging this because one of the reasons because of your story.
Thank you. And to add on to that, I remember the first day we met. That was the first thing you said to me when I came down the stage and we met up and you said, you like, Kate, I'm so mad at you. Now you changed my mind. Now I'm gonna let my daughter play with makeup. And I'm like,
Honest,
I'm sorry, but I'm so happy to
no.
hear that.
But I love because it really did. It your story, and so for a lot of people, I met Kate in San Francisco. She actually was she was one of the guest of honors to be speaking on stage, and she was talking about her story, which we're going to get to in just a few minutes. So your listeners are wondering, what are we talking about? And I had this persona of not necessarily beauty in a bad way, but beauty in a sense of can this be successful? Like I had that social stigma in my own head.
Aw.
And after hearing your story and what you went through and all these different things, like it really did change me. It really did hit me like a rock. Hold on here. Like, let me listen more to my daughter because I mean, like, look at this fantastic woman on stage who's doing amazing things and changing the world at the same time using your product, using your non-cruelty, like all the stuff that it's still being in the medical field to an extent, and we're still
Right.
saving lives. We're still comes up, but you're building confidence at the same time. And
Yes.
it really was a pivotal moment. And why I probably stalked you a little bit, and my daughter probably some of it was my daughter, okay? My daughter's a
Oh my God, so cute.
um
That's
so
so cute.
I will have her come up in a little bit.
Yes,
But I want to
please.
go in, like, I want people to know, tell us your story because from how I remember you to how you are now, like, what was your what was your journey like?
Yeah, that day when I did the panel, we talk about how I left med school and kind of go switch my route. And so that's is how I would start. So I got accepted into med school and I had like about 6 months gap year. In case someone don't know what gap year is, it's when you take a break between like before you starting your grad school or like even like from high school to college or college to from undergrad to grad school. So those are called gap years. People take 3 months, 6 months to a year, or I have another founder told me she took 4 year, 14 years off. I was like, wow, that's a very long gap year, but she's doing amazing. She's super successful. But that is what the gap year is. And once I got accepted, I have 6 months gap year before my med school class start because it's only like it start once a year. So that's why there's a gap year. And then I told myself, okay, now that I have gotten accepted, there's nothing like I don't really have to study. Like I got that and just like prepare and get ready for med school. So I make a really big decision. I think this is one of the first big decision is that I decided to leave my full-time job at like the clinic and then but still I need to make income. So I turn it into like part-time working at hospital over the weekend, but I would have Monday to Friday off. So Monday to Friday I would film makeup. I, I just
And
wanted
did
to,
you finish? And just to clarify, did you
yeah.
finish? Did you go into residency? Did you go into intern?
No, so that was like
Because when you talk
outside
about
of
clinic, I just want to make sure
oh,
people
yes. No, I
understand.
was working as like medical assistant in a clinic. So during college, I always work and I always do volunteer and shadowing. It's just making your application stronger if you want to
Yeah.
get into med school. So like my life was pretty much like even on weekend, I would be at the hospital. So I don't really get to do anything outside of the hospital. So Monday to Friday, I start filming makeup video because I got a job at Sephora and I was working there part-time as well and also do makeup tutorial. I started by using my friend face because I didn't have confidence to use my face. I didn't want to show my face without makeup. So I was like, okay, let me use my friend face. But it was just getting like really hard, which I think this is what meant to be will be thing. Like it I meant to show my face. So things just didn't work out. And then I have no other option but just use my face. So I create a new Instagram because I don't want anyone to know or see my face without makeup. So I create a whole new Instagram and just start filming tutorials. A couple months passed by. I remember like I got the first PR reach out to me to want to send me makeup. And I was like, what? They want to send me makeup? And it was like a really small beauty brand. And I'm like, yes, of course, I would love to help. And that was just the start of it. And then after that, I got to work with Sigma Beauty, Benefit Cosmetic, Laura Mercier.
Um,
It's mind blowing because my video went viral.
yeah,
Yes.
I know. My daughter watches it.
Yeah, so I think at the time it wasn't a lot of Asian doing
Yeah,
glam makeup
yeah.
because Asian we love makeup, no makeup look. But me, like you said, I think beauty is art. So I was using my face as a canvas. So I do like fun, colorful look that I cannot really wear outside, but it was an outlet for me
Yeah.
to be creative. So I think that's why my look and being Asian on top of that make the video very interesting and went viral like easier. So that, but everything was organic at that time compared to now. So it's a little different, but that's how I got started before going back to med school.
Yeah. How did your parents feel when you told them that you were quitting med school? How was that
To be
conversation?
honest,
Because
like,
I came from a very Asian background too, and
yeah,
like I knew I always wanted to be a nurse, so there
yeah,
was no like room, like there was no like hidden passion. That was the
right.
passion.
Yes.
So how did that feel? Because Asian moms, man, they scare me.
I was scared. I thinking back,
Yeah.
I was really scared. I'm an only child, an
Mm,
only granddaughter, and like niece.
okay.
So
Wow.
it's like dishonor to us all, like the entire family. So it was really hard to be honest, but like the question that made me make the decision was, do I see myself doing this for the next 5 years, let alone like 10 years? Like, I'm just like thinking 5 years. And at the time, I was just like seeing the lifestyle of the physician. I feel like it's not good. It's not because of that. But for me, every time I do something, I put my whole heart into it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to become a doctor if I cannot be the best doctor. And
Yeah.
it's because I know that, yes, I will get my degree, but I don't think I will be able to only focus in medicine.
Yeah.
So I want to be known for the thing that I'm good at and passionate about. I don't want to be half doctor and half beauty influencer. It's possible and you can do it, but that's just not how I do it. When I do something, I go all in.
Mm,
So that was the question I asked myself. And I know that my parents will be disappointed, but at the end of the day, I also know that they love me very much, and whatever make me happy will make them happy.
yeah.
So that was the decision I made, and I tell them over the phone. It's like you breaking up over the phone. Like
I
you're
was
like,
gonna ask you next because I know they're not here.
yes,
Still in
yes,
Thailand. So how did that
and
go?
probably like 4 a.m. for them.
Um,
And I called them and, hey, I have something to tell you because I have to tell the school before the school start. So I call and tell them, and it was just like silent. It was really quiet. Like I can hear the silence through the phone. It was like the long, awkward pause, but I didn't. My mom was like, are you sure if this is like what you really wanted? And I told my dad, I was like, I'll get you a master. I was like, I promise I'll get you a master. But yeah, it was a big hit for my family, I would say, because I
yeah.
feel like I can feel the vibe. Everything was just like very quiet, very like the energy was very low for 3 months at least, like after I delivered the news. But then going back to finishing master and starting doing full-time influencer really picked me back up. And then I was able to get back up in the field and start running again. And after that, I was flying out for BeautyCon in New York, partner with Dr. Berber Sturm. So it was just like on the road. And that's when I knew that I was going to the right direction.
Yeah. Whenever you are in the passion of what you're going to create, it should come easy. Like
Yes.
your success came easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of people are going to ask, like, how did that occur? Did you do your own marketing? And these are real questions because people are going to ask. So it's like when you notice that it was easy, like what was it that
It
you're
flow.
doing?
It flow.
It just flew, right? It
Mhm.
flowed for you. What can you tell somebody that's in the beauty industry or influencer role? Because some people are now wanting to be an influencer and they're like trying so hard to become an
Yeah.
influencer. Then there's people like you, and they're like, you just become an influencer overnight, and you're just like, I didn't realize that even occurred. You're like, okay, you know.
Yes. So
So
for
how did
me,
you manage that? Yeah.
I think it's one thing is personality too. You have to have a mindset and personality of you wanting to help other, because like people look at influencer now and they're like, oh, you just an influencer, but the core of being influencer is influencing someone, right? So you want to help them by influencing them. And for me, I created my beauty account solely just because I want to share my beauty tips and help someone who want to do makeup or share my favorite beauty products, not getting paid, not being sponsored, not getting PR, but I bought this, I love it, and I want to share. That was why I started it and then it grew into me getting to be makeup artist and I learned that beauty wasn't just surface, but like when I put makeup on someone and they feel super confident, that's what fulfill me, not just like how makeup look on me.
Mhm.
So I think like the starting point is yes, you can be an influencer, but what is your why? Why do you want to be an influencer? What do you think you can make an impact or make a difference in the industry that you want to go into?
I love that you said that because that's one of my biggest passions is what is your why? What is your
Yeah.
purpose? What is your global purpose? Like you can be an influencer. I was just told a couple of weeks, or actually 2 nights ago, I was just told I'm a micro influencer because I have 19K. And in my
Yeah,
head, I'm like, but what does that mean? Like they asked me, like, oh, you are an influencer. And I'm like, I'm just Bina. Like,
right.
I'm here to help. I'm here to heal. I'm not looking at that number grow. I didn't even know that it was that number. I didn't even realize it. And then
Yes.
I'm like, is that a lot of people? I'm like, I don't know. And those are
Yeah.
the questions because I'm not focusing in on those social media numbers. I'm not focusing in on how many views am I getting. I'm
Right.
just on a rant or a conversation. When I'm doing those conversations, it's really like transformational. Like
Mhm.
here, this conversation is just I want people to hear your story because as an influencer, you have a true story behind you.
Yes, and it's really important. And I'm not saying that like I was not that girl who like relying on the view, on the likes and all that. I did. I was like, I'm not happy. There's only 10K view. But it's like thinking in
Oh,
the room, like thinking in the room of 10,000 people sitting there or like not even 100 people, that's a lot.
yeah.
And it changes my mindset so much. And for me, at the end of the day, whatever I put out there, is it beneficial? Is it educational? Is it authentic? That's like what I came back to look at, and it just helped me not look at those number. And fun fact, I feel like back when I first started, I was when I was focusing on the number and just push out content for the number, I didn't have a brand deal or partnership that I have now. And
Mhm.
now I like incorporate my lifestyle into the beauty side. So I'm sharing like both authentically. And I have the biggest brand I ever work with working with me and just doing so much more partnership and events. But I wasn't growing like previously. So the end point of this is that number doesn't matter. Your followers number, like it doesn't matter because for me, like back then I was doing so much better in views and but I wasn't getting the partnership or
Yeah.
notice by the right people. But
Yeah.
now that I know what is my purpose and why I'm doing this, so I push out content that target the right audience for me and it just flow like we mentioned it flow naturally and authentically.
And that's the key because I was going to ask you is that what made the switch from going from an influencer and doing what you love to now getting these partnerships? And congratulations on your large partnership.
You.
Honestly,
You.
let's give a round of applause for that because
You.
it's amazing to watch. And as my own business owner, and I comes in, a lot of people ask me the same questions. They go, "How do these large contracts come into you? Like, how do you gravitate towards that?" And I know
Yes.
my answer, but it's just what was different for you for where these brands and these people are now looking for a partnership with you?
Mhm.
Because I think there was a switch. And what was
Right.
the switch for you?
So for me, to be honest, when I first left med school, my goal wasn't to become a beauty brand owner. I just wanted to be an influencer. I know it's like you left med school to be an influencer. I was like, actually, yes, I did.
Yes, yeah, the answer for you is
Okay.
yes.
I
I
wish I
remember
could
that on
deja
stage.
vu, but yes, I know it sounds really bad, but I just want to be honest, I did. So my goal was just like, I just want to share beauty. It's fulfilled me so much. And when I work, I go and do the work. It just didn't feel like work. It's just
Love
so
it.
fun. But yeah, so to answer your question, I didn't want it to be a business owner. I wanted to just be a beauty influencer. But when I start doing so many review and getting so many questions from my followers or people around me, I found, hey, there's a gap in the beauty industry where like I can help fill that gap with my knowledge and background and my passion. So that's when I fill in that gap, which is when we created Moshika Beauty. So that's one thing that like make a big pivot in my beauty career. It's me starting my own line, my own brand actually. And that was one of the pivot already. So once that happened, I feel like I was more focusing on, I changed from being an influencer mindset into a business owner mindset where the marketing now I am the branding.
Yes.
So everything
Yes.
I do, everything I say, everything I wear, everything how I dress, it's a branding. It's representing my brand.
Yeah. And
Yes.
happy you said that because that is the key.
Yes.
In business coaching, I do a lot of business advisory a lot with the nurse coaching world. And that is even for me, that was like the biggest shift.
Right.
When I realized that I'm my own brand, I'm my
And
own,
a lot of people don't.
like that was it. When I'm talking to CEOs or collaboration calls or podcasts, or people are now flying me to do different
Yeah.
conferences, it's like it's me. Like they
Yeah.
want me.
That they want. Yes.
Yeah. They don't
Yeah.
want, yes, they want your lashes, but they want you personally there. They want
Right.
the connection with you. And I think it's those heart-centered conversations that I always tell people. There's always that one or two people in your life where you're like, that's it. You were one of them. I was like, yeah, she changed my life. Yeah.
Thank
As
you.
a mother, you really did. And I'm gonna repeat that again because it was just, I was like, yeah, I probably, dang it, I should listen to my daughter.
I actually, when I walk out of that stage, I was like, oh my gosh, all the parents gonna kill me.
No.
But I'm like, I'm here to, my goal is, my core value is authenticity, regardless. I think that's one of my branding. It's being authentic. I'm being authentic to my followers, my clients, and like my business partner, anything like that. I feel like that's my core value on, I feel like that's what make our brand foundation is so strong. It's
Yeah.
because we are authentic, even with our products. Because with lashes, there's so many brands that said they were cruelty free, and I didn't know much about it until I got into the industry where I found out like Ming is an animal. So even when you brush it off of it, it's still not cruelty free because you're still using animal to test for the product, or let alone using their fur to be a product.
Ah,
So not a lot
I
of
didn't know
brands
that.
were cruelty free, but they sell Ming lashes, which
Mm.
is why we don't carry Ming lashes. All our lashes are. Once I found out, I discontinue all our Ming collection.
So what are your lashes made out of? Let's switch gears because I know you said I don't like vegan things, so let's explain. What are your whatever's not patent, so whatever you can share. Sure. What is it made out of? Like, how did you even create this? Like, how did this even come? Like all of a
Yeah.
sudden you woke up one morning and you're like, I just want to make lashes today.
It's actually because I love lashes. Like
I
again,
know,
it's
but I would not even know of one along. I can't
women.
put them on. They're really difficult for me personally.
Yeah.
Two, it's like you woke up and you're like, I'm gonna make lashes. And they're very successful at it.
I think it's because it's I want to solve I
Oh,
am
no
an
problem.
oldest daughter and the only child, and like growing up here by myself, not by myself, but like my
Yeah.
parents in Thailand and then I grew up with my grandma here. I feel like growing up I have to figure out solution to a lot
Mm,
of problems for myself, for people around me. So I think it became my second nature.
mm,
So when I work as a makeup artist, or I always wear lashes. So everyone always comes to me like, "Well, how do you wear lashes every day? Like, how do you have time for that? Second, it's a lot of work. It's so hard to put on. And third, it's just so uncomfortable." And I'm like, I always get these questions. So I'm like, you know what? Let me fix your problems. Let me just make one. So all these three problems are fixed. But to answer your questions, we are made of synthetic silk fiber, which is make it super comfortable for all day wear compared to the cheaper one that plastic. I think you probably have tried like the Amazon
yeah.
or like the drugstore one. They are on the lower price point because they are made of the materials that are not as high quality as like silk or synthetic silk. So those you will notice like it doesn't last as long. and it like uncomfortable when you put it, it pokes you and all that.
Yeah.
Um,
Or it like goes under your eye and you're just it's all you feel like you're doing this all day long.
and it's feel heavy. Like sometimes I feel like you see it in your eyesight.
You're like this. I'm like you're like when you put them on, you're like this. You're like, is that supposed to feel right?
Yeah.
You guys do realize my eyes need to open,
Yeah.
right?
And I feel like it makes such a huge difference, and every woman deserves to feel that way. And eye, it's like it like what they say, eye is a window
Yes.
of your face or to the heart or anything. Like your eyes, the window when someone's talking to you. So I feel like every woman deserves to be able to put on lashes without hassle or without having to feel like it's a lot of work and it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. So that's how you made them. We're not going to ask how you made them because I know there's secrecy behind that. Maybe offline. Maybe we'll have a conversation offline on that. Because I'm more interested on the medical side of the physiological side. I'm
Yeah.
into the physics behind it.
Yeah, no, we're planning to do more content on those too. So like I'm planning to do more like behind the scene in our manufacturer for our like our Instagram too.
Yeah, because it's fascinating. On my end, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
One, because I have a little girl now who is probably going to go down this route. And I want to like there's a
99.99%.
because there's a like you said, like when you're talking about the meat fibers, right? Like I don't know what I don't know. Like
Yeah.
you're actually opening up my eyes to be like questioning
Now
why
when you see Ming, now you know what it is.
now I'm
Yes.
not like I didn't know that. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I only wore makeup today only because I had another podcast, an in-person podcast.
Yes.
If not, I wouldn't even have makeup on for this. But I was just like, okay, here we are. And we're going to go into the second one that I'm doing two in one day.
Wow.
And it really does make me also think of what are we putting on our face? What can we do? And especially having a younger daughter, what
Yes.
are we doing where I'm keeping her skin level up because she is highly interested in makeup. She wants to wear makeup. She wants to do everything and anything she wants to do. She
Mhm.
watch YouTube for hours on makeup.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know I do need to do my research now. I do
Right.
need to make sure that they state that it's vegan or they state that that's animal cruelty, but really look
Is
into
it
that. Is
right?
it
Yeah.
truly that?
And
Because I'm
I
just
like that.
confusion out there.
I like that you mentioned that about being mindful about what she put on the skin. And I feel like this generation, a lot of kids, they start wearing makeup at such a younger age compared to like my generation. And which is why I want to bring more attention to clean beauty and how like it will play a major role in beauty industry in the next couple or few years because kids now that starting at a younger age, I feel like it's important for them to know what they're putting on their skin because it's going to affect them long term, which is
Yeah.
why when I created my product, I wanted to fall into the clean beauty category because you never know who use it. And for me, myself, I have sensitive skin. So I get like when I review beauty product, it's so easy for me to like to review beauty product and see if it works or not because my face will show in 3 days. Like my skin will have reaction in and I will
Okay, that's good
stop.
to know. You're like, okay, you're like that did not.
Yeah, so that's why it's for me, like I love reviewing beauty products because I react to it so fast. And that's when I realized, hey, it's actually not just the brand, not just like the product itself. Like you need to know about ingredients, like what is in it, what's involved. And we are in that direction where like derm, plastic, and ophthalmologists are recommending our product, which is like the direction I wanted to go. And with my background in medicine, I think it just go hand in hand.
Yeah, it does because it does speak a lot with integrity when a nurse or a doctor or someone in healthcare can honestly sit there and vouch for it because I am a real nurse and there have been times when we have seen incidences gone wrong and they look at the ER, you
Yeah.
know, and it does scare you.
Mhm.
It does scare you. And it scares me. It scares me for what my daughter's gonna want to try and not try and then not have a reaction to, or try these other brands that are not maybe clean or as clean as they say because authenticity doesn't just come, it's only with a handful of people. Authenticity, authenticity, would you call it?
Authentic city.
Yeah, authentic city. Yes, we need to have an authentic city, just authentic people, real authentic people in that
Yes.
city.
Yes. And I feel like because I went through really bad breakout on my skin during med school, and no matter how expensive the makeup was, it was not able to cover the acne or the issue that I was having. So that's when I realized that having really good skin as a foundation is more important than having the most expensive makeup, because having the best skin is the most expensive thing you could have.
It's
Yes. And it's also like my confidence went downhill like when I was
uh,
having like skin problems. So I feel like having good skin, being mindful of what you put in there. And that's why when I build my product, I wanted to feel in that category.
yeah, it's nice. And it's really empowering. And that's why, your brand, who you are and what you do, the authenticity behind it, it really does shine. Even from the moment you got off stage and we had a conversation to even the interactions we've had briefly, even on social media,
Yeah,
like
it's so little, but like we're here.
then we're here.
We're
And whenever I come to Miami, I will definitely hit you up so we can have lunch. And then remind yourself when you're back in San Francisco, call a friend up. We will have lunch. I will come to
Yeah,
you.
I'll be there soon for Miss Asian America, Miss Asian Global this year. We'll
Oh,
be
that's right. Are you doing your Yes.
I'll be speaking there, and also we'll be sponsoring with our Moshika lashes for the pageants too. So if anyone in San Francisco area, make sure to get your ticket and come join
Your
us.
ticket. Get your ticket. Get your ticket.
Yes.
If it comes up, yeah, let me know when, because then me and you can connect, or I can come to you to the pageant. However you want us to do it. Let's figure that out. Let's talk offline so we can have, because I know you're busy during those pageant times.
Yes.
I know you're very busy. So even if I just come say hi, sneak in and say hi.
You would love the pageant. I had such a great experience last year when I went back after the Imagine Talk where I met you. I went back for the pageant because I was a judge last year.
Yeah, you were.
The girl were amazing and very talented. It wasn't just like beauty. I was so impressed by all their talent and their willingness to contribute to the society.
They have really good people in that community. And I would love to come back actually.
Everyone's so inspiring.
They're
Yes.
very inspiring. Those girls are not, it's not just a beauty pageant in that particular round. Like they're doing amazing,
Yes.
doing amazing things. And I remember that like from 2 years ago when we did meet. And then last year, unfortunately, I think you invited me, but unfortunately I couldn't make it. I think,
Yeah.
my kids. I don't
Yeah.
know. This year, send me a message so we can make sure I'm there.
Yeah.
And yeah, they are very inspiring. And yes, anyone here locally that want to join, I'll drop the link below for you guys to get tickets because it is really a beautiful event. Yeah.
Yes.
And you never know who you're gonna meet. I met her.
Yeah. I'm so glad.
Uh, so what's if you had to tell one challenging moment or one advice, what would that be for people that are wanting to start and you're like one of those questions of or one of those things where it's, damn, I wish I knew that 5 years ago moments. What would that be?
So for me, I think the biggest steps that make a huge impact on my business and also myself too is networking. I know it's scary. It was scary for me. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna create content online and just rely on that. I don't need to meet people or go networking. And I'm like an introvert too. So it was really hard for me. But once I stepped out of my comfort zone, it was nonstop for the past 2 years. That's like it was nonstop for the past 2 years, but my brand grew like double every years, and now we're in Macy's.
That's amazing. And it is true. Like I absolutely one thing, this is what I love about this, okay, is that people forget about in-person networking.
Yes.
People forget it doesn't matter what industry you are in, it does not matter. You can a teacher, anything, like it doesn't matter. The in-person networking, and it goes back to the same thing, heart-centered conversations.
Right.
Like you get to give your person like your lashes, right?
Yeah. And there's so many, like, I feel like, for example, you don't know, like you said, you don't know who you meet. For example, we met, like, I didn't know who I was going to meet. My goal is just going there, talk, like, just network. You make friends at the end of the day, you make new connection. But I end up meeting so many people that help my brand grow to where we are today. And also going there and being authentic,
Yes.
people can tell, people can feel,
Yes.
and they truly want to help you. And you do make mistake here and there too, meeting people until you finding what is your people, what are your type of people, who is a good fit for you. And like you, it's a lesson learned too. And then that's why I said it's not only benefiting my business, but it's also helped me grow as a person. Like my mindset changed, the group of people I hang out change, and it's only positive thing that have happened. And I wish I knew this sooner, because it, you don't have to do it all alone. I
No.
think at the end of the day, a lot of people like, no, I can just be a girl boss and just focus on this all by myself. But no, you really don't have to. And it's so much more fun and easier when you do it with a supporting group of people.
Right. Isn't that the truth? And it doesn't matter what industry you're in, the beauty industry, I'm in
No,
the
it doesn't
coaching
matter.
corporate wellness industry. And that resonates with me to the core because that's exactly what I would tell people. So I'm
Yeah.
so happy you're literally in my brain speaking language. So people understand that when they hear it from me, they're like, oh, there's Bina talking again, or whatever the situation is. But I'm like, you guys, it's the same message. The successful
Right.
people are the ones that are going to show up when they want to show up on talks that they want to do things for free because they want their message out. And then a positive collaboration of, okay, how can I support your brand? Like, I
Yeah.
want to support your brand. And it's just like this constant thing. And people just have to realize that you don't have to do this alone.
And it doesn't always have to be transactional too. So when you go in, you network, and for me, I even told my team, like my PR, my rep, or my account manager, because now we are in multiple clinics location. I told them, when you go in, I want you to go in with a mindset of, how can I help you? How can I make your business better? What can I do for you, rather than how can I take from you? How can I make sale out of you? I don't want to go in with that mindset. And that's how I network. Like I go into networking event, I learn about them, and I'm like, okay, but like, how can I help you?
Yes.
And it changes like everything, and opportunity just come to you rather
Yes.
than you chasing after it.
Because you're coming from a place of service.
Yes, and abundant too.
Yes. And I think I could not have said that any better. We do have a little special surprise here. We wanted to come say hi. Well, Laundry's here. We might as well come up and let her come online now. This is my dear daughter, Rhea. Okay. Yes. This is Rhea. Do you remember my friend Kate, who you watch her makeup videos for? Remember her makeup videos?
I don't watch her makeup videos.
You did when you 2 years ago. That we've moved on a little bit, but she's the one that
I
does.
saw your
Remember
video.
we sent her a video and she sent you a voice message back? Yeah, she wanted to come say hi.
You grew so much
In
already.
2 years.
Hi.
I know it's been a little while.
I was 6.
You were 6.
Yeah,
Can
wow.
you say hi? Can you come up?
Hi,
She
so
wanted
nice
to say
to
hi.
meet
She
you.
actually makes some beautiful lashes.
I heard about all your beauty tutorials and all your makeup tips. I need to get some tips from you.
We can do it. I think we can do another live between the two of you and we can talk about
Do
beauty.
the makeup tips.
Live? No, we're not live right now, but we will be. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you can teach you and you can tell her all about the beauty tricks that you've learned, tips and tricks.
What's your favorite tricks or tips for
Yeah.
making?
What is the favorite thing you like to do about beauty?
The foundation you start with and the
Oh, huh?
primer.
Yes, those are the most important steps, actually.
And the powder,
Yes.
so you don't get creases.
Yes. Wow. I didn't know that until last year.
What about contouring and blushes? How do you put a
Maybe
blush
you can
on?
help me develop my next product.
The blush, I don't know how to do. I put a little too much.
Let me
Okay.
know when you're ready for lashes. I'll send you some lashes.
And
Smile.
do it when you're older.
Yes. Thank you for
Love,
letting us know that the powder is what makes it not creasy. What was
right?
it?
Like
Amber
Do I have
foundation.
wrinkles on my face? Did I do a good job?
Mhm.
Did? You,
Why
Ray,
is it so sparkly?
Do you approve?
Ray approved because the
Ray
lights on.
approve?
Did I Ray approve it?
I'm not the makeup artist here.
She is,
I'm not the
but she is.
yeah.
You
What?
have to start somewhere. You
Well, you
already
gotta
have
start
to, you already won, and then you can become one.
All right, go finish your dinner. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
I did.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Wow, she grew so much. I still remember her video. I still remember her video. And I was
So, yeah, she was 5 turning 6, and now she's 8 turning 9.
like, when you grow your brand and you love what you do, you just don't know how fast time flies. Like I told you, I started networking like 2.5, probably almost 3 years ago, and I have not stopped networking since.
And that's amazing. That's what I'm saying, right? That's the part where, yeah, she said, no, 6. Yeah, she was 5 turning 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was 5 turning 6. And yeah, if I go back and I find it, and then she'd be like, oh, yes. It's been a
Yes.
couple years in between. So
Right. Yeah.
like, wait a minute, what is this? What's going on? You know, thank you.
It's so
Now that she's at that age where she's a little shy,
yes.
a little,
I'll do that face.
a little timid, and that only that first 30 seconds.
And
And then
then
it's
she's like, never
no,
mind.
that's fine. Kate, this has been such a pleasure.
Thank
You're a blessing. Just for everyone to know, how can they get a hold of you? How can they get a hold of these amazing lashes? First of all, let's just be real.
Yes. So now, as I mentioned, we just got onto Macy's marketplace. So you can go on macy.com, moshikabeauty.com as well. And our Instagram is at Moshika. And then if you are in any other states, you can also go on our website and look for our retailer, because we also available over 20 medical spa nationwide. So in case you want to try them in person, play with them, we have them in store.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for being on the Entrepreneurial Talk Show. And for everybody, please like and subscribe. We'll also put all the information on the comments below, along with how to get a hold of her and her amazing story, all embedded. So it's all the one-stop shop. And thank you guys. Until next time.